Hello everyone, it's indeed inspiring to see you back again and you're watching the Python introductory sessions. So today we are looking towards the Python data types. As we can see in English language, we use grammar, and inside grammar we have different types in it, right? So in the same way, Python is also a programming language, we can say. So inside Python, for distributing some of the functions, so we call it as data types. So a particular data type is performing a particular function. So that's why Python programming language is divided into data types. Let's move further. Talking about the different data types, those are numbers, string, list, tuple, set, dictionary, and Boolean data types. So these are the major data types used in Python language. Talking about the first data type, it is the number. So a number is a mathematical object used to count, measure, and label. In Python, we have three types of numbers formats handled. So right from our childhood, we have seen what are numbers, right? So inside numbers, we are having integers, float, and complex numbers. So let's talk about the numbers one by one. Talking about the first number, that is integers. So inside integers, we just give a simple value to a variable. So in this example, you can see the variable is a and the value is 25. And in that, the next line, we are just printing. That means we are using the printing statement. So print a. In bracket, we have given print a. So that is defining that what is the value inside the variable a. So that we would be finding. So in that way, we are looking integers. So output would also be coming as 25 as the value of the variable a. And also we are trying to find out print type of a. Okay. So type of a would be integer. Talking about the float numbers, similarly what we had seen in previous example. So in float example also, we would be looking that we are assigning a value to a variable, and in this case again a variable is a and the value assigned is 11.3. In the next statement we are using print, that is print is the statement, and inside bracket we have defined a. So print a, that would be in the output you would be getting as the value as 11.3. And again, as we saw in integers, so print type of a. Okay, so this is float, an example of float numbers. Talking about complex numbers. So complex numbers is a mixture of an integer, we can say, or a mixture of an alphabet or an string. So here you can see that a variable is equal to, we have assigned the a variable as 3j divided by 2j. So that is, we are using uh, integers and variables also, we can say. So in this case, that is known as complex numbers. So in the next statement, we are using as print. So print a and type of a. So here you can see a slight change that we have in a single line, we have used print a also and the type of a also. In next point, we would be looking string. String is another data type. Till now, we were looking towards numbers. So inside numbers, we saw first one, that is integers, second one was float, and third one was complex numbers. Proceeding, we are looking towards string. A string data type is a traditionally sequence of characters. String is nothing but a sequence of characters that we see either as a literal constant or as some kind of variable. So here, for an example, we have taken name, a particular name as Steve. So till now, what we were looking as A, B, and C. So here we can define, or we can state that we can take variable as anything, right? So anything means still there are limitations we would be looking forward. So till this point, we can say at the starting beginning, we used A, B, and C as variables. So now we are taking name as a variable, right? So name is Steve. Steve is string. And you can see a slight difference between numbers and string. String is a sequence of characters. And we have used it in single quotes, right? So name is Steve and print name. And again, we have used the type of name. You can see this is an example of string. Moving further, this is called list. What is list? A list is mutable data type. What is mutable? Mutable is that can be changed. So list is a mutable data type of ordered collection of heterogeneous elements. Ordered collection of heterogeneous elements. I hope you know what is heterogeneous. Okay? So talking about list. So list data type we use square brackets to define it. So defining we use square brackets. So item is a variable that we have taken here, and inside item we have taken a list of objects that we find in a stationery shop. So item is equal to pen. We can see pen, marker, eraser, sharpener, paper, scissors, and sketch being used inside the item. So this is order of collection of heterogeneous elements. All right. So this is list. And in the same way, we are printing the statement. We are using the print statement for the variable item. And also we are finding out the type of item. So type of item means class, we can say, or the data type. Next part, tuple. A tuple is immutable data type. Remember this part. So as we saw in list is a mutable. That means it can be changed. Talking about tuple, we can't change tuple. So that's why tuple is a immutable data type. That is also an ordered collection of heterogeneous elements. Only the difference is it is immutable. Talking about tuple, we use round brackets. Either we can call it as round, or we can call it as parenthesis. So round brackets or parenthesis both would work. So here also we have taken the same list, same order of collections we have used, that we used in previously, that was a list. So here also we took variable as item, and inside item we took round brackets, and inside round brackets what we gave, ordered collection of, we can say, item list that we can see in a stationery shop, that is pen, marker, eraser, sharpener, paper, scissors, and sketch. Talking about next part, we use the print statement for finding out the output, and this output would be the same. Whatever is the input, output would be the same. So print statement gives the same in output what we wrote in input, and we are also finding out the type of item. So this is tuple. Talking about set. A set is an abstract data type that can store unique values without any particular order. So set is what? Set can store unique values and it doesn't follow a particular order. All right. For set, for set, we use curly brackets. These are called as curly brackets. On the screen, you can find. Sets are unique valued and can't have repetition. So set is unique, and that's why we can't have repetition in it. They don't follow any order of insertion that we saw. Set does not follow alphabetical order also, and set is mutables. That means set can, in set we can have changes. Mutable means we can have changes inside it. And talking about immutable, that is we can't change. All right. So we took the same example. We took s as the variable and the value inside the variable as item list, that is pen, pencil, and marker. So print as, you would find key the same output. What we can see in input, the same output would be there. And also we are finding the type, the data type, that would be set in this example. Talking about dictionary. Now dictionary is an unordered collection of key value pairs, keys and values. We have something called keys and values. The dictionary data type is optimized for fast lookup of values. Dictionary is a key value pair data type, that what we saw. It is created using curly brackets. Again, curly brackets. For set also we use curly, and for dictionary also we use curly brackets. Now, a simple example we have taken here is location. LOC we have taken as variable. LOC means location. So location, and inside the curly brackets we have used country is India, state is Maharashtra, and pin code is on your screen. So you can see country is India. So here country is a key, India is a value, value for that key. So country and India, state that is Maharashtra, and pin code that is 411014. So for country, the key value is India. For state, the key value is Maharashtra. For pin code, that is the key. For that key, value is 411014. So I hope with this example, you got to know what is dictionary also. And in between, you can see we have used colon. So that is defining the relation between key and value pairs. All right. So this was about dictionary. Now let's talk about practical part, practical implementation. So here also I have showcased you data types. So first we are looking towards numbers. Inside numbers, we saw integers. So here integers, we can simply take any variable that we are finding. So C is a variable that I'm taking, and inside variable, because this is integer, so I'm defining it as with the value as 20 and print. I can take print statement here. So inside print, I would be typing C, print C. So you can see output is 20. All right. And in the similar manner, again, I'm using print statement, but for finding the type of variable. All right. So the type of which variable? C variable, print type of C. So that's why we are writing here as this. So you can see simply I have typed print type of C, and you can see the type is class integer. Integer is nothing but int. Here you can see int. All right. So this we saw an example of integers. All right. So this is an integer. C variable having the value as 20, that is integer. Talking about next part, again we can take any variable. So I'm taking variable as r is a variable, and I'm assigning a value as 23.5. all right. So here you can see I have used decimal value. Okay, decimal number values I have used. So why? Because this is known as the float. So simply I used the print statement, and for print R, we are finding out the print statement. That means we are finding out the output that is there in R value variable. Okay. So in the variable R, value is 23 that has been assigned to the variable. Again, print statement, type of R. Here also what you can see, that is showcasing the class, that is float. Class data type is one and the same thing, and float is the data type. Okay, for the variable R. Now talking about next part, we are talking about the complex numbers. Okay, as I hope you remember the complex numbers. So talking about complex numbers, I'm taking again a simple variable W, and inside W I would be assigning it with a value, and the value would be 5 plus 20j. Okay, so 5 plus 20j, and again I'm using print. Now you can see something here as print W comma type of W. So here in simple one statement, with the help of one print statement, I am finding out the output or the value inside the variable W, and also the type of variable. So here you can see the value assigned to the variable is 5 plus 20j, and the data type, that is the class that is being defined as complex numbers. All right. So we just finished about the complex numbers, and we just finished the numbers, the types of numbers, that is integers, float, and complex numbers. Moving further, that is string. As I discussed, string is collection of characters. All right. So collection of characters, we can say name. I'm giving simple name inside single brackets. You can use single quotes, or you can use double quotes. So inside name, I'm assigning the value as Tom, a simple name, Tom. Okay. So name is equal to Tom. Now again, I would be using the simple statement, that is the print statement, print name comma type of name. Okay. So here again, I'm using type of name. So you can see, you can find out what is it trying to tell. Print statement for the first thing, that is name, print name simply. Name is the variable. So print name is Tom. Type of name is class string. All right. So this was a simple example of string. Moving towards the another data type, that is list. So talking about list, as you can remember, inside list what we had used, we had used square brackets. So square brackets we would be using. So I'm using here as, again, I'm using color, COLOUR, color. I have used color as a variable, you can find out. So color, and inside square brackets, I'm using a list. I'm creating a list, and the list goes like this. So red is a color I can choose. Black is a color that I could choose, comma. White is a color that I could choose. Another color that I could choose is yellow. Okay? So I have created a small list. Now, again, simply I would be finding out uh, the value assigned inside the variable, that is color. So print color. So here you can see in the output, the same value has been come up. In the next print statement, I'm using print type of color. And here you can find, so here I've just typed it wrong. And you can find out the type of color is list. All right. So in this part, we just saw a simple example of list. Now talking towards the next part, that is the tuple. So tuple, if you remember, we use tuple, and inside tuple, what we use is round brackets. So again, I'm using an item list, and inside item, I would be writing simply stationery products, as we all saw in the previous examples. So I could use gum. All right. I am using gum. I'm using paper. I'm using stapler. All right. A simple list I have, a simple tuple I have created. All right. So I would be calling it as tuple. So inside tuple, we have used it. And now we are trying to find out the value inside the tuple. So here you can find the value. And in the next print statement, you can find print type of item. Okay. Print type of item. So here you can see the type is shown as tuple. All right. So in this way, we just completed a simple example of tuple also using parenthesis, or round brackets, we can say. Again, I'm taking the same example, item, item as a variable I'm taking, and inside now we'll be looking as set. So set is used in curly brackets. All right. So I'm using a set data type. So here variable is item, and inside item, I would be writing, again, I could write the same examples, that is gum. I could use paper, and I could use eraser. I could use pencil box, I could say, or geometric box, and any example I could say. Pencil stand. Pencil stand I would use. All right. So I've used pencil stand. So item is a set that we have used, and inside set, how we have used it, we have used the uh, curly brackets. All right. So this is set. Again, print item, and you can find it the same output. Okay. The input and the output is the same. And next part, print type of item. Okay. So here you could find out that this is called as set. All right. So in this way, we just found out a simple example of set data type. All right. Talking about next part. So in next part, again, I would be using, I can use location. Okay. So here I am using the full form, that is location, here as the variable, and inside location, I would be using curly brackets to define a key value pairs. I hope you remember key value pairs, that is dictionary. So we are talking about dictionary. So key value pairs, talking about the first part, I should write key. So key would be country here. So country would be India, right? So this is the country. I'm using comma, and inside after comma, again, I'm using the key. Another key would be state, in which state you are living, what is the location. Okay. So again, I'm using colon, and I would be defining here as Maharashtra. Okay. Spelling is mistake. Maharashtra. All right. Again, I'm using comma. Again, I have opened the single quotes, and inside single quotes, again, I would be giving the key value pairs. So first key value is country and the value is India. Second key is state and the value is Maharashtra. Third key is we can use as pin code that I've used before also. And in pin code, after pin code, I'm writing simply the number 411014 I could write. And you can see the number I haven't used it in single quotes, right? So this is the difference. You will find out slowly. And this, I'm just writing the print statement, location, and I could write after this again print statement and the type of location. Type of location means what is the data type. So here you could find out that country India key and value. For the state key, the value is Maharashtra. For the pin code, that is the key, the value is 411014. And in this way, we also saw a simple example of dictionary also. You can find out the class is being shown as dict. Dict is nothing but dictionary. So I hope you got to know about the data types in Python programming language. Hope you liked the video. So like, share, and subscribe. And hope you liked the video. And that's it. Thank you.